Today we compare two defining women's 100-meter from Melissa Jefferson's statement victory to Tia Clayton's generational moment. Full race analysis inside. Really good shape at the moment. And Jenna got a late call to come and join the party at Grand Slam, who recently was just under 11.1. Daryl Neita, one of Europe's best, one of Britain's best, is now moved over to be coached in the same group as Norlis. You see how that's setting her up. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden as she is now. Her last 100-meter race was in the Olympic final. What a race that was for her to remember. Just tune into that. See if she can reproduce that sort of form. Here, Tamara Clark. As I mentioned, some of these women will be looking to the 200 like Daryl Neto, perhaps Jenna Pandini's good 200. Tomorrow Clark can run a good 2, as well wants to go well here. And as Anson was mentioned, Chasius Sears after bursting onto the scene last year really, and then sadly missing most of the season with injury, has already started really well this season as well. Well, she said, I'm listening to my coaches more, which is never a bad thing. And then, Jodine Williams has had a really transformative 24 and under 25 as well. So, Jamaicans in lanes 1 and 2 and in lane 8. On your marks. Then we've got Jenna Pandini is in 3. Daryl Neita in 4. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, the Olympic bronze medalist, in 5. Tamara Clark's in 6. Sears in lane 7. Melissa having that medalist target on her back. Right in the middle there. Melissa Jackson-Wooden got an excellent start over on the far side. Nelson going as well. And also CS is right there. But here she goes. He's going to get a clear win. Pandini came through for second place, but never in doubt. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden got out well, got to the front and then dominated the race from there. That's scary. I was just going to say that given what I said about how long it's been since she's run a 100-meter race, that was perfectly executed. Pandini finished quick. Well done to her. A couple of races that set her up nicely. As we mentioned, she just faded a little bit when she looked as though she was going to get on terms. Never ever a bad thing, you know, for an athlete to be in a happy place. Right. And late addition, Jennifer Andini, you get the call, you're chilling at home. Hey, come to Jamaica and jump in this 100. Come here and you come out with second place, and she's more of a 200-meter specialist, so she's in great position tomorrow. You get a phone call, hey, I got 100K for you. We all want phone calls like that. But as you can see, Jay just got out really well and Melissa just held her form, looking really strong in the latter part of the race, very confident facial expression moving through the line. I like to keep an eye on the attitude, and I can see that there's a confidence there, and that always bodes. Well, that's somebody full of confidence, as you said. Look, even that tape around the neck, she doesn't even flinch. She probably feel it. Runs through it. I'm looking forward to her juice with her face. I agree. But with Pandini having run so well there, that's set up brilliantly. Daryl Needle a little below. A late opportunity here for Maya McCoy, American who now runs for Liberia. Not sure if she's been cleared at the major champs yet, but in close to 11 seconds this year in Florida already. What a season. Van der Weysen from Luxembourg's had bronze medal at the World Indoor Championships. Really good starter, as you would think from that. Now we've got the two fastest twins in the world, the Clayton twins. This is Tia, who's kind of overtaken her sister Tina, who started their career probably a bit the quicker the better if you like. Here's the one to look out for that World Indoor title. Second one for Minga Kambunji in Nanching, when they maybe thought others would get there, but experience so important. And talking about experience, Shalane Fraser-Pryce, perhaps the greatest female sprinter of all time. You can argue that 1 till late in the night anywhere if you like, but 2, music, time Olympic champion, multiple world champion Zoe Humps of New Zealand next to her lane 6. Then Amy Hunt of Great Britain. Many of these athletes were in China for the World Relays. And here is Jamaica. Twist number 2 was also B2, otherwise be triplets. Tia Clayton of Jamaica in lane 8. Shell's been here most of the week. Has been enjoying her time in Doha. Been with lots, music, of young athletes and in the schools, and they've really enjoyed having her here. We know this as part of the farewell tour if you like. What a career it's been. But I'm pretty sure she still wants to win. She's burning to win. So, Shalane Fraser-Pryce in lane 5, Kambunji in 4. Watch out for the Clayton in 3 and 8. Van in 2 as well. Gambai gets a much better start than Shalane Fraser. Price also going well is Tia Clayton. Tia Clayton's just got this one at the moment. Van der Weysen is close. It's going to be very tight on the line, but Clayton's going to get this. It's Tia Clayton. Well, I said she's been running very well and she's overtaken her sister career-wise, but now she's overtaking everybody else. And in fact, her sister may have just nicked second place on this side. Fraser-Price tried to get involved in the end. Van faded in the last 20 m or so. Quickest in the world this year. And look at the wind reading. Exactly 2 meters per second. So it will be legal. B. Music. Waiting to see this photo finish. What did you make it, Chris? It was very, very tight, wasn't it? But it's AA Jamaica 123 that we know. Clayton from Clayton. In fact, Amy Hunt just coming up has been given third. Let's look at it again. But you're absolutely right. Tia Clayton gets out brilliantly. Third from right already, leaving Kambunji behind. Then Fraser-Price comes back into it, and then Tia Clayton on the near side. But did Amy Hunt just sneak third? Well, the 2025 women's 100-meter season has already delivered 2 defining moments. One at the Grand Slam track meet in Jamaica and another at the Doha Diamond League. And together they paint a fascinating picture of transition, rivalry, and the evolution of global sprinting. At the Grand Slam track meet in Jamaica, the spotlight belonged to Melissa Jefferson. In a race packed with proven contenders and rising names, Daryl Nato, Alana Reid, Tamara Clark-Enapandini, Kima Nelson, Sheenia Sears, and Jod Dean Williams, Jefferson delivered a performance that was both controlled and decisive. From the first steps out of the blocks, she looked composed. Her acceleration phase was clean, her transition upright smooth. Sand by 60 meters, she had separated herself from the field. NA tried to respond with her trademark late-race strength. While Alana Reid showed flashes of explosive speed, but Jefferson maintained her mechanics under pressure. It wasn't just a win. It was a statement that she intends to be a central figure in 2025. That race felt like a battle of depth. Experienced European consistency in Natta, Jamaican youth in Reid, American power in Clark and Prandini. Yet Jefferson stood above them all, combining technical precision with competitive maturity. Early season meets are often about testing form, but this one hinted at hierarchy. In contrast, the Doha Diamond League final offered something more symbolic, a generational showdown. The presence of Shalane Fraser-Price transformed the atmosphere immediately. Even with nothing left to prove, the 2-time Olympic champion carried the weight of history in lane 5. Next to her stood Switzerland's Muja Kamji, a polished and powerful competitor. But the emotional core of the race revolved around Jamaica's Clayton twins, Tia and Tina, representing the future. And in Doha, it was Tia Clayton who seized the moment. Explosive from the blocks, fearless through the drive phase, she surged ahead of Fraser-Price and never looked back. For years, Jamaica has been defined by legends. In this race, the narrative shifted. The student had outrun the master. Fraser-Price fought as she always does, but the raw acceleration and hunger of youth proved decisive. Comparing the two races reveals different types of dominance. Jefferson's victory in Jamaica showcased tactical control within a competitive field, a demonstration of structure and consistency. Tia Clayton's triumph in Doha, however, felt historic. It symbolized the passing of a torch, the moment when potential transforms into authority. Together, these performances highlight the richness of women's sprinting in 2025. The United States shows depth and technical refinement won through Jefferson. Jamaica continues to regenerate with the Clayton stepping forward as the next global force. Veterans still compete fiercely, but the energy is shifting. If these early season clashes are any indication, the road to the major championships will be defined by speed, youth, and bold ambition. And whether it's Jefferson's composed dominance or Clayton's explosive breakthrough, one thing is certain. The women's 100 meters has entered a thrilling new chapter.